Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Mad Tinker Gaming with me, your host, Mad Tinker. Now, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but I wanted to get back out there and offer my opinions on characters that are a free-to-play friendly character. Now, for the basis of me choosing free-to-play friendly characters, I'm not going to put in legendaries. I'm not going to put in anybody that's like Ultron or stuff like that. Anybody you have to have a specific team that you have to tweak in and out and build up. It's not necessarily free to play. I mean, most of them are at this point in time farmable on a free to play friendly basis, but it's going to require you 5 characters to make one. And I just want to get quick characters up there that will benefit you in the long run, and hopefully ones that will help you unlock some of these legendaries as well. Specifically some of the most, or some of the better ones that are currently available right now, like Black Bolt and Invisible Woman, Shuri. So I wanted to do a top 10 free-to-play characters for April 2020. Okay, so as of right now, this is March 31st. There shouldn't be anything pop up between now and midnight tonight. So for April 2020, the listing of top characters that I had picked, and I talked over with some of the people in my line, so we came down with a pretty good list that I think people use. And a lot of it's based on usage, what we use a lot of, what people use in U7, what people use just in general, some of the best people that have just become available to farm to add to your end-all teams. And number 1 on our list was Hela. Now, Hela is just amazing. She is an end-all, be-all, god-tier character. Now, when I went through here, like Command Undead, and I added a tier 7 ability to her because it applies Disrupted for 2 turns. A lot of times I was finding when she was at 6 that it wasn't really doing much. It'd be disrupted, and by the time it got around for me to spread the disrupted, it was gone. So you need to have the disrupted for 2 turns. Also, Death Knives, where you're spreading 4 negative effects from the primary target to all secondary targets, plus 50% damage to primary and secondary targets. This is just a massive amount of damage that comes from her. Now, I'd already gone ahead and done Goddess of Death just because I wanted the war defense boosted up, but you don't need this. It's useful for war, but you don't need any more than like 4 on this one. So most people are 6, 7, 7, 4-ing Hela, and from what I've seen, she does amazing. But if you have the T4s, I'd sink a lot into her too. I mean, she's wonderful. The minion Greg is absolutely amazing. But she's number 1 on our list. Number 1 with a bullet right here, Hela. Hela is just absolutely amazing. Our second choice is another one that everybody's using a lot of. And Hela can be found in Villains 7.6. It's newly opened. It's been about a week since the Villains campaign, a week or 2 weeks since the Villains campaigns became available. The Villains 7 have become available, and she's in 7.6. So once you 3-star her, that makes her farmable, and that's why she's now on my list. If she wasn't farmable, she wouldn't be here, but they gave us a note with her on it, so bam. Hela has moved to my number 1 slot to farm. Number 2 on the list, Scientist Supreme. Not only is she great in AIM teams, but she's very useful in Ultron 7 builds. I'm got her already T14, so I can try to take her into Dark Dimensions 3 and see if she'll hold up in there. I think she's kind of tricky, so she may or may not work. I'm hoping she does. Anyway, she's one of the better characters right now in the upper end gaming for Marvel Strike Force. You use her in Ultima 7s a lot. And she's just a generally overall good character. Their third character, and Scientist Supreme can be found in, what was it? Let me go down here and make sure. I think it's Heroes. Heroes 7.9 is, I believe, where she can be found. Nope, Cosmic 2.9. Cosmic 2.9 is where she can be found at. So, Cosmic 2.9. I wrote those down in the wrong slots. Cosmic 2-9 is where Scientist Supreme comes from. I swapped them around. Colossus is our number 3. Colossus was my Alliance's number 3 overall pick. It's a very solid guy. I feel like he's just doing super good, and he adds so much when paired with Phoenix, and that's going to make your X-Men team absolutely amazing. Especially right now with Cyclops available. I've been running a team made up of Colossus, Phoenix, Wolverine, Cyclops, and currently I'm running Storm if I'm going offense. If I'm putting them into a defensive situation where I need them to last longer or stay alive a lot longer, I'll run Psylocke for the counters that she adds to the team. But Colossus has been given Heroes 7-9. He is now a farmable character, so he finally got to make my list. I mean, I think this is one of the big key points. Colossus being missing from the X-Men and unable to get him except as a buy it now character up until now has just been, difficult for a lot of players. Now, it's not brand new news. It's not like these guys just popped up here in the last couple of weeks, but Colossus has been available for, I'd say, a month and a half, and he is a solid character to farm if you can get there and farm him. Now, he's in the Heroes 7 lineups, so he's in 7-9. He's at the very end, but he is farmable now, so that makes him free-to-play friendly. Now, number 4 on my list has been one of my top 10, Vision. Vision is still, in my opinion, absolutely amazing. Right now, he currently serves in Power Armor. He serves in Hella-Vision and Ultimus 7. He's a good utility tool with any Ultron-based team because he adds that defense up at the beginning. So he's just an absolutely amazing character. I believe if you want to invest in a character early on, this is one of them to do it. Excuse me. He is available in Mystic 3-9, and that makes him an easily farmable character right now. So he's doing good things in a bunch of different teams. Used to, you could team up in Avengers even with Scarlet Witch, and it was just a great beatdown. I think when I first had him come out, I was using like a low-starred Vision with Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and Captain America, just to have something out there. But Vision is our number 4. Now, number 5 for me is Jessica Jones. Now, she was used a lot by people in her alliance for running Ultimus 6. She was used in Dark Dimensions 2 by several of our people. Her cleansing abilities, plus she does pretty decent damage, make her a very versatile character. Also, when you look at people running Dark Dimensions 3, if they've got to the city nodes, she's one of the main figures in there. It's the defenders, but I mean, she's been useful in about every other aspect of the game on multiple team levels. So that's why I have her at number 5. Now, she's also got 2 nodes, which makes her really useful. She's in Villains 2-9 and in Nexus 4-9. So she's super friendly to free-to-play players. Get her while you can, advance her up. I mean, she's very useful, guys. Their number 6 is Groot. Now, not only is he one of my favorite characters, but he comes in Nexus 2-9, so he's available in Nexus 2-9 as a free-to-play farm node. I mean, so this guy has his own node, does absolutely amazing. He has the ability to give everybody death proof, and he cleanses, and he has a pretty decent damage with his crushing blow. Once I actually get capable up here, I'm going to do this level 5 here for the extra revive and to always apply slow to whoever attacks him. I mean, that's really useful. I just don't have the T4s. I'm sitting at 43 of 200, and he's still not my top priority, but he would definitely be a viable character for everybody to go get. When you're running BKT, he's invaluable to pump up Rocket Raccoon's damage boosts. He's invaluable to giving defense ups. He's invaluable to heals. And I mean, the death proof is wonderful. Now, that's our number 6. My number 7, let me find him here. He might be down a little bit further. My number 7 choice is Loki. Now, the reason Loki's on here, one, he helps you get Phoenix, so that's really good. But more importantly, number 2 is he's an Asgardian. Right now, the Asgardians are hands down one of my favorite teams in the game. They are useful in war defense. I'm going to say they're probably a number 1 or number 2 war defense. The only one that might stand up to them as far as defensive wise goes would be maybe Hydra at this point with the new Red Skull coming into play. Loki is free to play. He comes in Mystic 3/6, so he's very friendly. You can farm him, get him up really high. The shard drops were kind of slow, so I mean he is a little bit long term slow, but he is still has his own node, so that makes him a free to play friendly character. And being a member of the Asgardians, his mind control attack that he puts on somebody when he first pops up is absolutely devastating in most fights. So he's very good, very versatile. So he's up there because he is an Asgardian. Our number 8, for me, one that I haven't developed, but everybody else is saying, the Falcon. Now, I know he's good. People run him with Shuri and U7. His special ability right here, the Red Wing, change the speed bar for self and all allies by 25% plus 10% for each enemy with a positive effect, and you clear stealth from all your enemies. The turn meter gain that he gives everybody from this is absolutely ridiculous. That's one reason a bunch of people use him. Plus his strafing run ultimate is pretty devastating as far as the damage. But the Falcon is one of the ones that all the people in my alliance had been building up. He works really useful in power armor. Plus he's been used in U7, so that's one reason he's on their free-to-play friendly list as a top 10 guy. I believe he's a definitive guy there, and he will maintain that as long as he's usable in U7, and can be easily gotten. I mean, right now there are some better teams like making Yo-Yo and Black Bolt and Hela, but they're all with Yo-Yo and Black Bolt, they're going to cost you. So anyway, Falcon is our number 8. My number 9 pick, once again, is a big guy named Thor. He is massive in Asgardians as a damage dealer. I haven't developed my Asgardians to peak perfection yet. I need to go through and double check. But this God of Thunder ability down here on maximum charge, get an extra 20%. It's like a free attack that's going to do massive damage to your enemies. He is one of the key components for damage in the Asgardians. Hela and him are the damage dealers. They're the ones that are going to keep things going. That's why he's at number 9. And then our number 10 list. Oh, and Thor is the only one on here that does not come in a node. He comes in raid stores. So he pops up in the raid store and he does his thing. So you can buy him in the raid store for raid store credits. It's useful. He is free to play friendly that way. He's not the easiest free to play character because he is a raid store guy, but he is free to play friendly. And I didn't mention it earlier, but Falcon is located in Nexus 7-3. So some of these are going to be harder to get to if you're a brand new player, but once you get there, those are the characters that I would suggest farming. They're going to help you really, really well. Now my 10th character was kind of a tie-up, but I went with one of the groups that I've been enjoying playing with, Brawlers, right? And when I thought about Brawlers, Miss Marvel is one of the best Brawlers. She's like an essential component to your Brawlers team. Now, the fact that she is only on Brawlers makes her a little skeptical, kind of like a Doctor Strange being on Supernatural. So they were pretty close. But my Brawlers team does a lot more damage, in my opinion. with the extra attacks that Miss Marvel provides. She is found in Mystic 2-6, and you always run her with that brawler trinity, right? Her, Captain Marvel, and American Chavez. Now those three make it up, and then you can just put on any spare brawler you want, really. Deadpool, Gamora, Spider-Man, The Thing. Right now, wonderful groups, wonderful build-ups. So, with that all being said, Miss Marvel made it our number 10. Now, honorable mentions, of course, for this stuff. Heimdall, who's in the Arena store. Sif, that's in the War store because they're Asgardians. And then another group of people that I feel deserves credit would be the Fantastic Four. As far as a team goes, they're farmable now, and they're one of the best war offenses in the game. Now, to really fully get the expanse of them, you need the Invisible Woman, which led me to my third place honorable mention team, the Sinister Six. Now, all of them are free to play, friendly, farmable. So if you go the Sinister Six route, it gives you a good city team as well, and they unlock the Invisible Woman, which gives you the Fantastic Four, which is a free-to-play friendly group as far as the team goes, and that lets you have an amazing war offense. So those are the honorable mentions. Those are ones that we had a hard time sifting through. Like, I was going to put the Thing up here because I love my Thing in the Brawler team I've got, but Miss Marvel is definitely more important than the Thing when it comes to that Brawler build. So that's why she made my list as number 10. Now, this is just a personal list. These are teams that I use a lot more than other teams that I have in my roster. Now, some of you may use different teams, and it's still all going to be based on usage, whoever you use most. So that's why you might have a different viewpoint than I do as to who is better. But please, if you have guys down here that you think should be in here, hands down, put them down in the comments. Let me know. I'm always interested in finding out different perspectives for the game. And seeing somebody else put down a different run of guys than me might be simply based on their usage, and I'm all for that. Maybe I need to start looking at that team that you've got in mind that should be up here better than my Brawlers build, and we'll figure all that out as time progresses in the game. Now, for those of you who didn't know, they've been running a new event. I'll go ahead and put this up as some news in case people aren't reading. The Second Strike event. Okay, we'll go here. So under the Milestones, there's been a glitch. So if you didn't read the news carefully, there's been a glitch. Like it's saying some of these are collected when you haven't collected them. Like it's got me listing down here as I've got 41, 44, and 39 already. And I haven't cleared those. Well, I might have cleared 39. But these are ones that have not been being given to players. That they came out, there was a glitch. It already had Milestone 44, 41, 39. I believe as of this date, I did not receive 34, 36, or 39. And it looks like I probably won't get 41 or 44 once I cross those specific thresholds for the milestones. However, don't worry. Just send in a note if you want to, contacting their support. And what I was notified was that they will be sending these things out at the end of the event. A little bit later down the road, you'll get all those support you're supposed to have. It kind of makes things a little odd right now because I'm missing stuff that I wanted to buy. Like number 39 is like 3,000 war credits, and there was a Sif in there and superior nanites that I could have purchased with those. But they are coming. And you can still get the other ones that aren't marked off or cleared currently. They still have been popping up regularly. They just put that in their blog announcement too, so it's in their new weekly blog update as to what they just did with all of the updates going on. So just giving people a heads up that don't read that. It will be coming, so don't worry. You should get all of your stuff, and if you don't get it, be sure to open a tag with them. Send them a message saying, hey guys, I have not received these, I did clear them, and just let them know, because they're good business people. They're going to get you your products for when you cross your milestones, because it's just good business. That's what we're here for, right? Now, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some good information, and hey, let me know about my character selection and what you would change in the character selection if you feel like it down below. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Click the subscribe button and click the bell icon. That way you know when I'm putting up a new video and you can see it as soon as it pops up. And the best way to help my channel grow right now is to share me with your friends, put the videos out there for other people to see, and maybe I'll get some more subscribers from that, and we can go from there. Also, I have a Patreon in my descriptions below, so if you want to do patronage, you may. It's linked to my wife's and mine account, so feel free to do that. I'll shorten that down after a little while and just leave it as a basic link for Patreon in most of my descriptions. But for right now, I figured I'd just tell you about it. But don't worry about it. I'm not big enough to really worry about a patronage right now. I would rather you all just share my videos and enjoy them. So, with that being said, I hope you all have a good night. Bye.